All right, so you're planning to move to Jacksonville, right? Everyone has a couple of questions that they ask before they move here. So we're going to talk about it in this video. Let's go. Dr. Adrian Gentry, aka Dr. Real Estate Jax. Today we're talking about some of the most common questions that people ask when they're moving to a new city. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I am a real estate agent right here in the Jacksonville market. I'm gonna put my number right there. So if you're looking to relocate, bye. Hey, send me a text, shoot me an email. I'm the guy that picks up the phones, answers the text messages, and emails back. So I'm going to keep it 100% real with y'all today, right? I'm going to give you those answers that you're probably been looking for when you're moving to a new city to say, is this the place for me? And I'm not going to hold you guys long, so I'm going to jump right into it with number one, taxes. All right. We're still one of the 9 states that do not have income tax. So if you're moving from New York, if you're moving from Cali, if you're moving from Jersey, you're not going to have to worry about the income tax. But we still have the sales and locals sales tax. So it's 6% for sales and then 1.2 for the county tax. So you'll be saving money moving to Florida. One thing I love about it, there's no income tax. When I went into the Army, I remember getting my LES and seeing that they weren't taking additional money out. So Florida is definitely a great place to save money. So if you're thinking about retiring in Jacksonville and you're getting a pension, if you're getting SSI, if you're getting money back from the military, I don't know what your financial situation is, you don't have to worry about income taxes. Number 2, traffic. All right. So this is a contention point with me, right? So I went out and I did a little research, and I know what it feels like here, but I had to see what, the experts were saying traffic was all about. And I seen one that says, it was by Waze. Waze said it's the second most stressful city to drive in.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Let me help you out real quick. I've driven in New York, I've driven in DC, I've driven in Atlanta, I've driven in Cali, heck, I've driven in Houston. And no way, shape, form, or fashion, let me help you out, no way, shape, form, or fashion is Jacksonville more stressful than driving in New York. After you finish, you almost want to smoke a cigarette, but Jacksonville is definitely not a place where traffic is harsh and heavy. Like, you're gonna find a couple of problems with traffic, especially in the morning, rush hour, evenings, rush hour, but it's only rush hour traffic. It's not all day long that is congested like you would find in Atlanta from 2 o'clock in the afternoon all the way until 7 o'clock at night. And there's only pockets of traffic. So you're gonna look at the Fuller Warren Bridge going southbound and northbound during those times. You're gonna look at backups being on the south side, but you're not going to find heavy traffic. It's pretty easy to flow around town. And the only delays that we've really been having as of recently as the new construction that's going on in Jacksonville. It's not traffic heavy. So if you ever see that Waze broadcast that says second most stressful, they're lying. I don't know where they're pulling this data from. I don't know where they're comparing it to, but it's definitely a lot heavy when it comes to traffic. Number 3, weather. Now, if you're watching this video, you're going to see beads of sweat. And we're in, what, September? No, we're going to October in the next couple of days. Matter of fact, when you see this video, it's October. Don't worry about it. It's hot, guys. It's hot, it's humid, and that's 270 days of year. We're going to receive water every day for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm sure you guys have heard me say that. No fur coats. If you're moving from New York, guess what? You can put those in a box and in the garage, because you're never going to have to use your fur coats here in Jacksonville, Florida. The weather is humid. Your hair is going to, hey, women, press, your hair is pressed, it's going to look wild by the end of the day because it's really humid here. But if you're living closer to the beach instead of inland, you're going to get a cooler breeze to cool you down. Summers, we're going to get to 100 degrees. We don't have seasons like majority of states. Like, we don't have 4 seasons. We have 3. We have hot, hotter, and then I would call it fall, where it gets cold for a couple of days, then it gets hot, then it gets cold, and that's typically going to happen around, I say deeper into October. The coldest months tend to be around February. Number 4, wildlife. Cougars, coyotes, and bears. Oh my. Jacksonville, I'm gonna be honest with you, is like Natural Geographics on a regular basis, right? Like you have every type of bug you could possibly think of. You're gonna have to deal with wasps. They're gonna be around your house. They're gonna build nests on a regular basis. If you have a yard, you're going to have to deal with these things called red ants. Now these red ants will bite you, and it feels like someone tried to cut your toes off if they're biting you on your toe. 21 different 21 different birds of prey, hawks, eagle. The funny part about it, I was researching, they said the bald eagles here. I don't know why. I didn't even know. I've never even seen a bald eagle. But when I tell you about the hawks and the bird of prey, I was in my backyard one day and I seen these little doves and they were just pecking around the yard. And then all of a sudden I seen a hawk swoop down and all you seen was feathers. I didn't know if I had just witnessed a crime scene or not, but you're going to see hawks. You're going to see snakes. There's 46 native snakes to Florida. However, there are only about 300 people in the state of Florida that actually get bit by snakes. So if you're coming down here, you're going to see them on a regular basis. What I tell people, if you have a house, a garage, anywhere that something can slither through the size of a quarter, you're going to want to kind of seal that off, especially garages. We typically see a lot of black racers. They are not poisonous. They actually keep rats away from your property, so don't worry about those. But snakes are definitely something you're going to see. I talked about fire ants, right? I want to talk about it again. You're going to get fire ants, and these fire ants build mounds, and these aren't typical mounds. These are probably close to small mountains in your backyard, and when you spray them down and it rains, you're going to look on the other side of your yard, and guess what? There's going to be a brand new mound. We have water bugs this big, we have ants, we have birds, we have hogs, we have a little bit of everything here in Jacksonville, Florida. So just be prepared when you move down. It gets crazy down here. You're going to want to watch out for wildlife. Number 5, diversity. So one of my selling points of Jacksonville, and I love about Jacksonville, is really diverse, right? So we have 3 military bases here, which really helps with the diversity because you have people moving from all across the world to Jacksonville, Florida, and many of them are staying just to retire. So I'm a foodie. I know you guys have heard me say this on many a video, but I can get the food that I want. You know what? I can hang out with who I want to. And Jacksonville is not one of those small towns, but it's a huge town with a small town feel, where you can pretty much hang out with who you want to. You can find what you want to do in Jacksonville. You can go where you want to. And it's very welcoming for a lot of people who are just coming to Jacksonville for the first time. You can be who you want to be in Jacksonville. You can do what you want to do in Jacksonville. And it doesn't matter what lifestyle that you have, you're going to find your tribe. And I'll continue to say that over and over again. You're going to find your tribe here in Jacksonville, Florida. Number 6. All right, so I left this one for last. And the reason I left number 6 for last, crime, is because it's one of those things that people want to know, is it safe there, right? Like, can I raise my children in an area? Or will I be robbed walking out of the grocery store, right? And I gotta tell people this. I looked up the data, I've looked up the facts, and I tried to give y'all something and present it to you in a way that sounded really smart and intelligent and backed by experts' opinion. And this is the thing I found. One report said one thing, another report said another thing, right? I'm under the mindset that you're going to find crime in any city or state that you're ever in. And there's always going to be pockets of it wherever you go. I've lived in Jacksonville. I've never felt unsafe. Let's say that. In no neighborhood that I've ever went into. And you have to understand, I can be in very low income areas in one part of the day, and I can be at $1 million homes in another part of the day. And the reality is this: there's always going to be crime wherever you go. Right? There's always going to be the small pockets of crime where, it's higher than others. I was in a $1 million neighborhood the other day, and when I went out there early in the morning, it was interesting. There were police there. Why were police there? Because people were breaking into cars, right? I can go on another side of town and there'll be police there. So you have to understand that no one can really give you that that answer, right? Is it Gotham City where we have to send up the bat signal? Absolutely not, right? It's a town, just like any other town. You're going to find pockets of bad. You're going to find pockets of good. But Jacksonville being safe, absolutely, this is a great place to raise a family. So what I want to do, I want to give y'all 6 real fast. It's hot outside. That's why I'm trying to talk as fast as I can so I can get back into the AC. But until next time, be great and choose excellence in everything you do.